What if your paid ads disappeared tomorrow? Would your Shopify brand still sell? Well, if that question makes you feel sick, you're not running ads. You're running dependency. So here's the thing. Most Shopify brands don't have an ads problem. They have a reliance problem. If Meta sneezes and your business panics, you're not scaling. You're surviving. Look, ads still work. No one's arguing that. But if one platform accounts for most of your revenue, you're not scaling. You're assuming stability, which is optimistic at best, given ad platforms are famously calm, predictable, and never roll out changes at inconvenient times. You're exposed to account restrictions, tracking updates, and cost increases that arrive with all the warning of the British weather. Look, ads can absolutely be part of the engine. They just shouldn't be the entire vehicle, unless you enjoy living dangerously. This isn't hypothetical. A Meta account gets flagged, so revenue drops. Google Merchant Center has a freak out, shopping traffic disappears. Peak season arrives, competition piles in, and costs rise. And suddenly, you're paying more money to achieve the same results you had 6 months ago. If most of your revenue comes from one place, you're one platform decision away from a very uncomfortable Monday morning. Diversification often gets treated like a nice to have, something to look at once things are a bit more calm, which is interesting because they never are. Diversification isn't about being clever or adventurous. It's about reducing the number of things that can ruin your week. Look, the upside isn't glamorous, but it is very real. Steadier revenue, lower blended cost per acquisition, better margins, and growth that doesn't feel like it's being held together by good intentions. Look, this isn't about turning ads off. It's about balance and a good night's sleep. For many Shopify brands, a healthier mix looks like paid going from around 65% of revenue down towards 40 or 30% over time. The rest comes from channels that quietly compound. Email, SMS, SEO, content, PR, repeat customers, partnerships, and affiliates. Ads don't disappear. They just stop being the thing that you check relentlessly every morning because your business relies on them. And to know this is working, you don't just stare at return on ad spend and hope for the best. You track revenue share by channel, blended cost per customer, contribution margin, email revenue percentage, organic traffic, and conversion trends. In other words, whether the business is actually becoming more robust. And the slightly ironic part is where most brands start. They go looking for new channels before fixing the ones they already have. Email and SMS usually come first, because paying for traffic and then letting it leave without capturing it is rarely a deliberate strategy. It just sort of happens. Then SEO. Not let's publish 300 blogs and then see what sticks, but high intent searches, comparisons, alternatives, reviews, collection pages that actually deserve to rank. And don't forget CRO, because improving conversion rates helps every channel, including the ones you're already spending heavily on. None of this is super exciting, but it is sexy stuff when it works well. Where brands mess this up is speed. You don't ditch ads overnight, you build an organic engine alongside them. You ring fence a visibility budget and keep it consistent. You fix the basics first, tracking, pages, conversions. And you build SEO methodically, categories, collections, content that matches intent. And now you optimize for AI search too, branded mentions, entity signals, and content that actually answers questions. Slow, predictable, and yes, boring, which is annoyingly how sustainable growth works. Look, I get it. Ads pay the bills, so changing anything feels risky. But diversification isn't about being brave. It's how Shopify brands move from strong months to scalable growth, from 7 figures to 8 and beyond, without living on a knife edge. You're not taking a gamble. You're turning an ads-dependent business into a brand that lasts, and one that keeps growing even when platforms decide it's time to screw you over. So, the takeaway is simple. You don't need to stop running ads. You just need to stop relying on them. That's how Shopify brands scale, with less risk, better margins, and fewer unpleasant surprises disguised as updates. I'm Matt from Bubblegum Search. Subscribe for more Shopify SEO and brand strategies that help you scale without relying on ads.